All right, guys, and we're back. Okay, so call to action came out in my DMs. I responded. They sent me the tokens. Their website was up and live. It was a well-formatted website. We'll get to that in a second. And so what happens next? What do I do next? Nothing, really, for me on my end. It's a little bit dubious for me to be like promoting this project that just sent me tokens as co-founder of Bankless, a media organization. So I don't say anything. You got to wait for things to get battle tested by the world, the universe, right? Like I don't know who these people are. They're anons. I can't promote this thing. So like Mr. Moldulis, the guy that connected me in the first place, this is me going through the process of like getting onboarded as a guardian. And I heard that William Peaster from Metaversal also had a ping out, and so I go and DM William, say, hey, go check your DMs if you want to be a part of this. I don't know if he did or not. I'm waiting to hear back from that. And then Mr. Moldulis kind of took me through how this thing was going to get started. Then the cult sale on the Unicrypt thing, the Unicrypt platform goes live. And this is the first time I'd ever used this. I'm not sure if the webpage is still up. So this was the Unicrypt token sale for Cult. They had some ETH treasury goal, which they met, and so that officially launched off the project. And this is the first time I've used this. But Mr. Moldulis is in my DMs, like, hey, like, here's all the tweets. Can you promote? And again, this is like relatively par for the course for my Twitter DMs, except for the fact that I've actually claimed these tokens. And so I'm a little bit hesitant because, again, it's hard to do due diligence on a project in its bootstrapping phase that are anon. The only confidence that I had is that, the website seemed to be, well committed to, and the vibes seemed to be okay. But again, I didn't know, so I couldn't promote anything. And so kind of in my Twitter DMs, talking about promotion, I engage a little bit. I try and connect them to Constitution DAO. And they start doing these mask sales. So I retweeted some of the mask sales to help like fund the treasury. But again, like generally ignoring the project. And then eventually this conversation moves to Telegram. The first tweet that I make is this one. If you're a decentralization maxi, because that's one of the big commitments that Cult DAO has in its manifesto, is committing towards decentralization, which is probably why they onboarded me and a few others as a guardian, because of the whole decentralization maximalism thing. And so I love decentralization. Apparently Cult DAO loves decentralization. So that's what happened here. This tweet got a little bit more traction than I expected it to for something that had never really been live. But that's really by full extent as to the promotion of these things, and the whole masks thing, these 10 guardian masks, which are like meant to bootstrap the treasury with some ETH. But that was about it. But here's what starts to happen next. The people that I come to discover are also paying attention to Cult DAO are people that are around my periphery, like people that I trust and as part of good organizations and have been around in crypto for a while. So we're going to go through some of these things. I already listed one, Evan McMullen, who I deeply trust and respect, and many other people deeply trust and respect. She's not part of the project. She was reached out to as a guardian, but it's an indication that, like, okay, they're reaching out to people that I know and like. Same thing with William Peaster, great guy, like super honest, and so like two marks as to thumbs up as to like they're selecting good guardians. There's also this guy that got reached out to. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I've never actually met him in person. Iron. But I was connected to Iron via Trent Van Epps forever ago to do this whole Bright ID thing. So like that was again, like Trent Van Epps is a very reputable character. And so kind of extending that legitimacy to this Iron individual, and Iron got compelled by Cult DAO, it looked like. There's also this guy who is in the Cult DAO Discord, and I've seen Chris on Twitter. I have never met him in person, but he's been on Twitter for years now, engaging with some of my stuff and other things. And so is indication of somebody who's here for long-term games rather than short-term games. So we like long-term games. Also, MetaDreamer is a guardian as well. And so MetaDreamer, I just had him on Layer 0. He is an embodiment of the right culture and values that make crypto work. So again, like I'm just seeing a good selection process as to who and how Cult DAO chose its guardians, who it chose to give out tokens to. And so it's really helping establish legitimacy this way. There's also Crypto Bushi. I don't know if I missed the Crypto Bushi screenshot. Crypto Bushi out of the Bankless DAO. He's part of the DAO Punks NFT project. He is in the cult, if you will. And so like, you know, he's a great guy. I have met him in person, and he was also a good guy. So there's like a lot of people that I know and like that are all paying attention to Cult DAO. And so again, like adding to kind of the legitimacy of the project. There's also Sinjin. Sinjin is one of the DAO Punk guys. He was one of the guys that has started doing apparel at Bankless, but then he immediately went to Bankless DAO and started doing apparel for Bankless DAO. Like all of the sick Bankless DAO material, the ultrasound summer, the collegiate hoodie, all my favorite. Like I get swagged up because of Sinjin, and I really like Sinjin. I've hung out with him in real life many times, and so he's a cult member. And so like these are all my friends. These are all my homies. And so at ETH Denver, here's the next part of the story. At ETH Denver, there is a lot of Cult DAO presence. There's a lot of cult stickers. I don't know where they're coming from. The people that are handing them out saying they also don't know where they're coming from. They give me a cult sticker, so I put it on. I put it a little bit under my CryptoPunk sticker, just, again, kind of leaving a breadcrumb because I'm also still not ready to promote this thing. But I forgot it was on my chest when I went on stage with Kevin Iwaki and Eric Voorhees. So some people noticed that. Okay, so we're about to get into the Cult DAO website, which is a website like none other, in my opinion. It explains the high-level mission of Cult DAO. It also explains the token economics. But what's really cool about this Cult DAO is the music and the speech that goes on while you peruse through the website. While you learn about Cult DAO, there's a speech that is spoken, and I'll talk about where that speech comes from after you guys listen to it. It's going to be like 3 minutes long to listen to the music and the speech, so if you just kind of want to fast forward because your attention span isn't that long, you can just fast forward through it, and I'll explain more things at the end. But for entertainment value, it's really entertaining, and it gives me shivers, so I'm going to let it ride. Here we go.